tonight. Let's get some more inside scoop from Representative Steve King. He's in the Beltway right now. Sir, you're about an hour away. How did this go down? Did you see this one coming?
Well, there's some pieces of it that I didn't see coming. Obviously, there's a number of components that are scattered through it. We don't have anything in print yet, so I'm really a lot better if I can read it rather than hear the description of it. But I did see the $39 billion coming. We're at a $40 billion number on one side and 38 on the other side. It's not hard to get to $39 billion. The piece about pushing for a vote on the floor of the Senate for repeal of Obamacare and unfunding Planned Parenthood, those are two separate components. I didn't see those coming, although they're pretty unlikely to succeed over on that side. There's a number of studies that they're calling for with in Obamacare to look at the cost, and also a prohibition of any additional money for IRS to be enforcing Obamacare. So I see some things in there that look to me that they're addressing Obamacare to some degree, but the pieces of substance aren't going to be enough for me to be satisfied.
Representative, the people, I'm guessing, are going to say, what is this, you guys? With all the time you had to pass a budget, here we are, the 11th hour, with an hour and 3 minutes left or so to go. A deal has been struck. By the way, hasn't been signed yet, and we don't know if, in fact, the president's going to veto it or not. But was this all a game? Was this all a political game here to get both sides? You know, Republicans are interested in spending cuts. Democrats are interested in, social issues. Was that what this was all about?
Well, at first I'd say the Democrats weren't, they were interested in social issues because Republicans were interested in social issues. And we wanted to cut off all funding to Planned Parenthood, for example, and the Democrats resisted. So that's where the social issue thing came. Republicans wanted larger cuts than we've got. I will tell you, there are going to be a lot of unhappy people that the $61 billion is not on the table right now. So this is something that it's how you get to an end. You've got to have enough people crack on the opposite sides of a disagreement in order to get to the point where they can get to an agreement. And sometimes you just have to have that shutdown in front of you to get this done. I'm not one of those people that's going to step up and embrace this decision, but I understand this process enough to tell you that we had to get to the point where it was going to come towards a shutdown in order to get to this agreement. And by the way, this is going to likely be a unanimous consent request, at least, to try to bridge this over for 5 days. But there really isn't a guarantee that the negotiated agreement has the votes to pass. It's a judgment of the Speaker and a judgment, I presume, of Harry Reid that they will have the votes to pass it in the House and in the Senate.
Representative, very quickly, we have to go back to retention. We have a little bit more breaking news. We hear that the president is going to speak in 10 minutes or so. What do you think we're going to hear from him?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to let you go then. We're going to head over to Rich Edson. Rich, go ahead. You have breaking news.
Yeah, sure. The president is speaking in 10 minutes, and what we expect to hear is basically